Well, I have to say that for all the sort of how daunting it was to think about taking on Vivien, I think Marilyn Monroe as an iconic female figure is even more daunting. We've been talking today about how when you play somebody that people knows, there are sort of two things. I guess there are three things. There's the look of the person, the sound of the person, and then did you get their story right? Marilyn, for me, provokes this very fully felt response from people. So as you're looking at it, it's kind of like, well, got this bit, but I didn't feel how I feel when I respond to Marilyn. So I think taking on Marilyn Monroe is a really big one, and I can't stress that enough. So hats off to her for doing that. She's an actor of extraordinary smarts, great integrity, all of the performance. You've never seen her go wrong. And so taking on Marilyn in that circumstance where you're pushing the risk as an actor, hats off again, because you might not want to do this one where you could feel that you could fall flat on your face. And then for me, Michelle has something about her that is very beautiful, very sexy, very vulnerable, a lot of visible emotional life. And she had these moments when she would hit that high note that Marilyn hits. There's a beautiful, giggly, bubbly champagne moment in The Prince and the Showgirl where she's all of 5 years old giggling, and Michelle hit those notes. And I think that, for me, those were the moments that were most evocative of Marilyn, plus this constant energy that Michelle brought to the set. He was hilarious. I loved working with him. We talked earlier about how some actors, I've heard actresses said that they found their character through finding the shoes. It gives them the walk, and then suddenly they found, like, now I feel like I've got the walk and I've found the character. He just turned up in his bedroom slippers. As you know, it was so easy for him to fall into this role. It's like he had a completely different challenge to anyone else. It was kind of, I think he had to almost not take it for granted. It's, but he's lived that story, and I think that's what so much of creating character is about. Can I get into it? Can I pretend to be in the shoes? Can I suspend the disbelief of being in the shoes of the story this person has lived? Because that's what makes them walk that way, talk that way, sound that way, act that way. But he's so accomplished. There was just a glorious ease and fun about the whole thing that was never heavy, and so to watch somebody have that level of ease, but have such a solid character underneath was just really lovely. And most of my stuff was with him, so I had a good time. I shouldn't speak for Ken. I prepared by getting over the panic, and YouTube became my best friend, my best buddy. Used to have to go to great lengths to go find footage of people. Looked at stills, read autobiographies, Olivier's Confessions of an Actor, David Niven's Moons of Balloon. There's a bunch of different autobiographies that have been written by actors that give different perspectives of her. Looked at, there was a great book that somebody gave me called Mad, Bad and Sad that looked at how they dealt with female mental health problems and the institutionalizing of women in the 50s. That was so horrifying. And to see what would Vivien have actually gone through, the way that our take on mental health was so backwards. Looked at that, worked with a fabulous dialect coach, Penny Dyer, who we then looked at the sound and brought all these pieces in terms of, so she's got this sound, which is a reflection of that. This comes across tinge of American because of this. smoky, throaty, slightly theatrical, more theatrical when it's a press conference, or clipped or clean, so that each choice was actually grounded in something. And then you chuck all that out and go play.